Pressure in the group that everybody can hear you well and so. Okay, can everybody hear me well? All of you who are in the workshop right now. This is hybrid model, which means that there are runners here in front of me in the clinic, but also online the session is going on. So welcome to everybody joining online as well as here in the clinic. Let's go ahead and get started. Just let me know if you can hear me well. Wait for an okay from everyone. You can hear me. Okay, so must be his connection. Okay, all right. So we are today talking about off-season training for runners. I have never done this workshop previously. I used to always focus on during season and to fulfill the knowledge gap that is there for runners. Okay, because there are a lot of knowledge gaps in runners, which I find that if they address, they will do so much better without having injuries. Okay, so that's my belief, and I feel that over the years of treating so many runners, there are certain things that I've identified, and one of the things that I've identified is this off-season neglect, as I call it. There's a total neglect. So let's move on. So question number one, why are you here? Why are you here for this workshop? Can you tell me? Just see if you can see the... Tell me, why are you here today? What is it specifically that you want to know?
Injury-free run.
Injury-free running?
Pain-free. After the run, there will be a knee or the pain on the knee.
Okay, so you want to avoid any of the pains that you may have had previously. Okay, what else?
And during off season, which type of workout we can take?
Okay, excellent. Good question.
As I said last time, the real challenge is showing up at the starting line, and that includes the off-season.
Exactly. Let me just repeat what Prashant said for the people attending online. The challenge is when it comes to race day and marathon, what you have done during off season makes a huge impact of how you show up. Whether you're showing up happy, well trained, everything is nice and strong, and things are good, or you have a little bit of disturbance in your mind, some pain is there, you're anxious because of some reason. This all depends on off-season training. So people who are attending online right now, I want you to put it in the group. Why are you here? Why are you here for this particular session? There is a lot that I'm going to talk to you about. We will be doing some exercises at the end. If you have attended my workshops previously, there are some exercises that I prefer over the others, but today I want you to do a completely different set of exercises I'm going to show you. So we'll do that at the end, so stay till the end. But people in the group, just put, who are watching online, put it in the chat, put why you are here. What is it specifically that you want to know from this workshop? All right, quickly about me. I am a spine and sports physiotherapist. I've been practicing for 25 plus years, 23 plus years, going on 24 years. My first 10 years of practice was in the US, where I trained primarily at an ortho setting with sports focus. So from the starting of my career, I've been very passionate treating athletes, and even in athletes, mainly runners and cyclists. This is a passion that I've had, and ever since coming back to India, I realized that there was a big gap between whatever is happening abroad and here. Like, running was still quite nascent and quite new, and a lot of runners started running and pursuing, especially after the age of 40. So different challenges were coming up. So hence what I do now is I hold these preventive sessions, which are totally free to all runners. I do other sessions as well. I usually do once a month sessions, totally free and preventive focus, but I also do a lot of paid programs which help you, which are more comprehensive and help you to get better. So in the fitness and wellness space is what I come from. So that's about me. My clinic is Ortho Sports Physiotherapy. It's in Shivaji Park, or rather Mahim now, and this is the setup that you see now. So what kind of runner are you? If you can see the slide, people who are here, and if you guys can see the slide, tell me what kind of runner you are. Are you a beginner? Have you not started running, or you've just started running and you want to get the basics right? That's a great space for this workshop, by the way. You are the type of runner who has a race day in mind. TMM आ रहा है, TMM से 1 महीने पहले, 2 महीने पहले, 3 महीने पहले हम ट्रेन करेंगे. Are you this type of runner? Only running. Are you the kind of runner who enjoys running and you're only going to do that, और कुछ करोगे तो भी very sporadically, not structured, things like that? Running all year, there are quite a few runners who पूरा साल भागते हैं, and hopefully you're doing other things with it. Follow what the group does, follow what the coach does, tells you. Are you the type of runner who gets injured frequently? Do you cross train, or do you consider yourself a serious runner? Tell me. At least you guys tell me. People online, put it in the group, put it in WhatsApp, put it on YouTube. What kind of runner?
3 and 4 only running, nothing else, and running all day.
3 and 4. Okay.
Only for the fitness purpose. Last 5 years, we are doing proper sport.
So running all year.
Yes.
Running all year.
Running close to marathon.
Close to
and
marathon.
getting your-
Okay. This is more common. This is, I would say 60, 70, 80% of runners are this. Serious runner. Serious runner. We should hear it from the serious runner what it actually means. ठीक है. All right. So, now that you have identified the kind of runner you are, let's move on, and I'll tell you, maybe you have some myths along that. So let's go talk about that. Myths, big myths. Myth number 1. I don't need any scientific plan. Even if you are with a coach, most runners are doing what? Coach का आधा सुनते हैं, आधा नहीं सुनते हैं. भागते हैं, स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग नहीं करेंगे. फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, मोबिलिटी अगर कोच ने 10 मिनट पहले बुलाया वार्म अप के लिए नहीं करेंगे. तुरंत जाएंगे भागने. That's it, right? So these are the people who think कि I'll just do थोड़ा अपने आप से 10 मिनट प्लैंक्स कर लूंगा, 10 मिनट स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग कर लूंगा, हफ्ते में एक बार फोम रोलिंग कर लूंगा, हो जाएगा, बाकी मैं भागते रहूंगा. ओके, दिस इज अ मिथ. Cannot do this. This is the ideal recipe for an injury. हाँ, myth number 2. ऑफ सीजन है ना, भागना तो है नहीं, या भाग रहे हैं तो कितना भाग रहे हैं? 3 किलोमीटर्स, 5 किलोमीटर्स, 10 किलोमीटर्स, ठीक है, वेरी फ्यू माइलेजेस भाग रहे हैं, तो और कुछ करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. Absolutely the biggest myth. Off season is your strength. You have to build your base now. क्योंकि जब आप सीजन में होते हो तभी आपका फोकस क्या होता है? पीबी लाना है ना, तो ट्रेनिंग ट्रेनिंग ट्रेनिंग, इट्स ऑल अबाउट माइलेज माइलेज माइलेज. उसको सपोर्ट करने के लिए थोड़ा बहुत स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग करते हो आप, लेकिन बेस बिल्ड नहीं हुआ है. बेस कब बिल्ड होगा? जब आप ठीक से कुछ करोगे ऑफ सीजन में. ओके. Third myth, what worked for my friend will work for me. This is where group में सब लोग करते हैं. If you have a good coach, the coach understands you. He knows कि you need little bit more glute work. You need little bit more flexibility and mobility. I always say runners are 2 categories. या तो आपकी body बहुत strong है, लेकिन because of that your body is very tight. Okay, so are you that runner, or are you the runner who vice versa? ना स्ट्रेंथ ही नहीं है, बहुत अच्छी मोबिलिटी, योगा करते हैं, वेरी फ्लेक्सिबल, बट स्ट्रेंथ इज पुअर. Okay, so you need to know which category you are in. How will you know that? You will know that only if you get an assessment done, and if you actually think about what you are. Myth number 4, looking up videos online and just doing some random things here and there. Huge myth, बहुत लोग करते हैं ये. Myth number 5, dangerous myth. I am very fit. मुझे कुछ करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. Dangerous thing. Why? Because there are a lot of runners I have seen over the years. Good runners also. Not. I'm not saying they are bad runners. They are good runners. But glute don't activate. Abs don't activate. Gluteus medius is strength is 3+ instead of 5. You know, like very weak. and still they are running, so eventually an injury is going to come ना. Then they think अरे मैं तो इतना भागता हूँ, मैं तो इतना strong runner हूँ, I'm very fit, why does this happen to me? All the runners will come and ask me this कि मेरे साथ ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है, मैं तो 6 साल से भाग रहा हूँ, मैं तो 10 साल से भाग रहा हूँ. Okay, when an injury happens, there is a reason for that. It does not come overnight. It happens for one reason. You have to find today what your reason is. From everything that we are talking about today, you will find your reason why आपको injuries होती है या क्यों आपका season अच्छा नहीं जाता है. Maybe you have to skip a season, आपका PB नहीं आता है, आप struggle कर रहे हो, क्यों है वो struggle, वो find out करो आज. Questions? 5 mistakes that I have seen and why I am doing this training today. Overtraining. ऑफ सीजन में कुछ नहीं किया, जैसे ही सीजन आ गया चलो स्टार्ट फुल ऑन. व्हाई? बिकॉज नाउ यू हैव अ टारगेट, सो यू आर गोइंग टू ओवर ट्रेन बिकॉज टाइम कम है. ओके, बिकॉज वी आर ऑल वर्किंग ना, यू आर वर्किंग और उसमें आप रनिंग फिट कर रहे हो, तो कैसे फिट करोगे? बाय ओवर ट्रेनिंग, बाय डूइंग टू मच. स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग नहीं करोगे, फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी ट्रेनिंग नहीं करोगे. Okay, only running, big mistake. Your weekly plan is not structured. You are doing only running during season training only. So you might be doing the right thing during the season, but base is not built. Not foam rolling and not paying attention to recovery. Recovery is something that runners hate. करना ही नहीं है, foam roller पड़ा है, करना ही नहीं है ना? Classic, very classic. Why? Recovery is a big thing. It's a huge thing. That is the basis of your running. This right now, post TMM, post Tata, Ultra, अभी run events खत्म हो गए ना. This is the time to recover your body. जो भी आपके प्रीवियस इंजरीज हो चुके हैं, अभी आप रिकवरी रन्स करोगे, शॉर्ट रन्स करोगे, बट रिकवरी पे फोकस करो, आपका न्यूट्रिशन फिक्स करो, आप रोलिंग, फोम रोलिंग एवरी सिंगल डे करो, मोबिलिटी ड्रिल्स करो. ओके, दिस इज द टाइम टू डू दैट. Not following a weekly plan. Okay, structured weekly plan. Hopefully by the end of today's session you should have a structured weekly plan कि आपको क्या करना है, and ये plan change होते रहेगा through off season. Okay, it cannot be the same. It has to keep changing and evolving till the end of the start, till the end of off season. Okay, 5 people you need in your life. Who are the 5 people you need in your life? Friends. Friends बोला, spouse से पहले friends बोला. You married? You're in trouble. Not married, so you can say friends first. The first person important in your life is your spouse. If you do not have the support, if you do not have the help that you need, if your spouse runs with you, wonderful. But if they don't, then all the more need to have support from them. Okay, so why? Because sometimes that support is important, right? Do you agree with me? Yes. I know runners who will say कि नहीं नहीं हम रनिंग के लिए चले जाते हैं, इतना बस हो गया, और कुछ करेंगे तो फिर घर से निकाल देंगे. होता है ये. All right, now, and of course, for women, it's a whole different challenge. For men, the spouse support is important for your nutrition, for whatever. You can't socialize as much. Yeah, mental support, absolutely. But for women, it is नहीं होगा तो होगा ही नहीं. It's that type. You have to put so many responsibilities you have to take care of, and then you have to do running. You know, so it's slightly easier for men, more challenging for women, but given that women are so good at multitasking, हो जाता है women से, ऐसा problem नहीं है. Okay, the next one, spouse हो गया, first one. Second one, friends who do not steer you wrong. I want to emphasize this part because you have a lot of friends. You have runner friends who are way ahead of you in running. You have runner friends who are way below you, right? सबका एक्सपीरियंस अलग होता है, सबके इंजरीज अलग होते हैं, सबका जर्नी अलग है. अगर आपका फ्रेंड आपको बोल रहा है कि मैंने जो किया है वो तू कर, तो ये गलत है. Okay, that friend has to steer you in the correct direction, which is what, go to an expert. अगर आपको न्यूट्रिशन की जरूरत है, मैं क्या खाता हूँ ये कर, ये नहीं, go meet an expert. Okay, that's what I mean by friends who don't steer you wrong. Third, sports physio. You must have your sports physio on your side. Why? Because जैसे ही फर्स्ट चीज कुछ पेन का चालू हुआ, अब तुरंत एड्रेस करो उसको, तो वो it doesn't build up. I'll give you an example. 3, 4 years ago, I had a patient with shin splints. You know shin splints, pain in the front of the shin. He came just before the marathon. कैसे तैसे उसको ठीक किया, भगाया, भाग लिया. Off season, nothing he did not. There was a plan, ना. TMM कर लिया, उसके बाद there was a plan to work on the muscles so that this does not repeat. What happens next season?
Same.
Same thing. Okay, third season he still runs. Third season had to quit because now there is a stress fracture. तो अभी तो रनिंग तो बंद ही हो गया ना. Okay, but this is a very extreme example, but there are many examples like this, right? So this should never be you. You need to make sure that you don't get to that point. Which is why the sports physio is important. So we now have runners with us. Previously, we used to have runners who only come just before a race, marathon के पहले, 1 month पहले आते हैं and whatever injury है उसको ठीक करो जाओ. But now I think the awareness has improved to the point where runners sign up for us for the whole year. What do? I have a comrades runner right now who comes every 2 weeks and gets exercises done, dry needling, taping, recovery work done, sports massage done. Why? To make sure that right now what she needs is happening. Okay, this is an intelligent runner. This is an aware runner. So what I urge you to do is to think about your plan and think about your sports physio that you have in mind. I am happy to help you. I'm a sports physio, as you know. But if you are comfortable already with somebody who knows your body, then please be more in touch with them. The third one is your massage therapist. Sports massage नहीं करते हैं लोग. This is the time to get sports massage done. जो भी knots हुए हैं, जो भी आपकी previous injury हुई है, उसको वापस आने मत दो. Don't repeat the same mistakes by doing the same thing over and over and over. Okay, pay attention. कितना sports massage करना चाहिए off season में? Once a month, once every 15 days is good. When you are training hardcore, every single week is necessary. Okay, otherwise your knots are going to get worse with time and you're going to get an injury one fine day, and it will be closer to the race, to the marathon. Why? Because you're at the peak of your training. That's when an injury will hit you. So sports massage therapist, and the last person, your coach and your sports nutritionist. These are very important. You must work with a coach. If you have a paid coach, great. If you have a coach that you don't pay but you are in touch with, some bit of coaching is definitely needed. I would encourage for you to, if you're not doing that already, please do that. Very important. Okay, now let's look at this. This is an intelligent runner's checklist. These are the things that you should know, you should be doing. Okay, does one person want to read it? I'm tired of reading my own slides. You want to read it? Loud.
Warm up, cool down exercise.
Warm up, cool down,
Running posture,
running posture.
foot type and right shoes for
You should know your foot type and what shoe is correct for you.
mobility and fascia.
Fascia opener drills, mobility drills, and fascia openers you must do.
Strength training and core stability.
Okay, now strength training में there are, it's a can of worms. सबको लगता है हम strength training बराबर कर रहे हैं, कोई बराबर नहीं कर रहा है strength training. कोई बराबर नहीं कर रहा है. Okay, so उसका भी एक slide डाला है मैंने.
Balance and agility.
Okay, balance and agility very important for speed. Okay.
Focus, unilateral functional drills.
Focused unilateral functional drills. Nobody is doing this right now. Okay.
Running drills for speed and performance.
Okay. Running drills.
Training coach assistant.
Coaches is heart rate training, na? हाँ ट्रेनिंग, कोच असिस्टेड ट्रेनिंग.
recovery.
Recovery. I've put it in there thrice for a reason. Okay.
Kinetic chain activation and muscle activation.
Kinetic chain activation and muscle activation. You must know what these things are. I have a few slides to explain that to you. Okay. Are you an intelligent runner? It's very humbling to accept that. Okay. So if you are aware of some of these things, if you're already doing some of these things, great. You don't want to do some of these things. You want to do all of these things. Okay. Every single thing in this checklist has to be checked off. So first understand what this is. You have to understand muscle activation. You know muscle activation? You have to be able to activate and isolate each and every muscle, especially of your core. If you have not attended my activation workshops, I will do them in the future. Please attend them. I teach it, it's called MAT workshop. So, MAT, muscle activation technique. This is an hour and a half workshop where I teach you how to activate individual muscles. Fascia. Your fascia is absolutely important as a runner. If you don't pay attention to that, if you don't open your fascia, then you are in trouble. सब मसल्स अपर बॉडी और लोअर बॉडी कनेक्टेड है. अगर आपकी अपर बॉडी की फाशा टाइट है, इट्स स्क्वीज्ड इन, लोअर बॉडी ओपन ही नहीं होगी आपकी, आपका हिप ओपन ही नहीं होगा. क्या होगा उससे? यू आर कॉजिंग राइट एंड लेफ्ट साइड का इम्बैलेंस एंड यू आर कॉजिंग एन इंजरी. Okay, so must pay attention to fascia. Fascia, those who don't know, myofascia is a part of our system. Think about orange. Orange का जब आप peel निकालते हो, you know all the white fibrous stuff that goes all the way down to the core of the orange. We have tissue like that. It looks like that. It's when you peel, it doesn't allow it. It holds everything together. Okay. This fascia is what you need to pay attention to. How you open these fascias? By doing foam rolling and by doing mobility and fascia opener exercises. Kinetic chain. I'm explaining this to you quickly in slides. It will make more sense when I show you that. Periodization. If you don't know about periodization, I have a slide also for that. Cross training. Have to do some amount of cross training. Off season is a great time to do cross training. Okay, are you doing any cross training? Cycling running is a great combination. Why? Because one is loaded, one is offloaded. What else? Swimming and running. Swimming and running also excellent cross training combos. What else? No cross training, no cross training. Trekking. Yeah, trekking uses different muscles. Both are impact also. So they both will tighten things. So hopefully you are doing things to loosen up also. Okay, so cross train. Pick up something now and start enjoying that. अभी पूरा उसमें स्विच मत हो जाना. कोविड में बहुत हो गया था ऐसा, पता है ना. Lot of people started something else and then they stopped running altogether. This picked up cycling and went on. ऐसा भी होता है. That's all right. Whatever works for you, whatever is good for you. Okay, let's look at periodization. This is periodization. Your muscles. बराबर है? Your muscles, your joints have to adapt. Do you know what adaptation is? A beginner runner, जो भी start करता है, अभी running समझो start किया है, जैसे ही रनिंग स्टार्ट करेंगे थोड़े माइलेजेस हो गए, शिन में पेन आने लगेगा, बैक में पेन आएगा, हिप में पेन आएगा. दिस इज ऑल अडेप्टेशन पेन्स. Okay, this goes away as you keep running. Same thing happens in periodization. You have to let your body adapt. You have to let your muscles, your bones, your ligaments adapt. What do? After your season is over, you will do very short runs, you will do nothing else, or you will take completely off and you will sleep the whole off season. And then when season comes, full on chalu. Where is the adaptation? Where you did not allow your body to adapt at all. Okay, that's a big mistake that happens. Now you see, इसमें recovery, दो phases of recovery है. This is a planned recovery. You gradually increase your mileage slowly. Take a full planned recovery. Take complete time off. Do recovery stuff. Lot of recovery stuff. Come back and gradually train yourself again. Okay, this you can talk to your coach and figure out how it works for you. If you need my help with this, absolutely I'm available for that. Running posture. Fix your running posture in off season. During season आपको time किधर है to fix your running posture ना. सीजन में तो आपको खाली ट्रेनिंग माइलेजेस डालना है. माइलेज डालो स्पीड बढ़ाओ पीबी बनाओ. This is the time for doing working on your posture. A lot of people do workshops with me, then they go back and they do nothing about it. Next season वापस same thing, same वैसे ही भाग रहे हैं सब लोग. So do that now. Take the time, work on your posture. These are the things that you will pay attention to. There are a lot of things to pay attention to. Prashant, for example, do you mind if I take your example? Just checked his running posture. Everything looks great. He's a good runner. Still had an injury. But in his running posture, the only thing that I could pick up was vertical oscillation. There was a lot of vertical oscillation. What does that mean? It means that his lower back, which we know is in a little bit of trouble, is getting impacted, right? So he has to work on it. So now that he knows something about it, he will work on it, right? I'll give you another example of a runner. Kal Saturday to Saturday, we do a lot of running assessments. So this guy, he runs with body leaned over to the left and he says, अरे मुझे सालों से कोच बोल रहा है तू लेफ्ट को क्यों लीन होके भाग रहा है. He knows this, but he has done nothing about it. Okay, yesterday I did that again. Yesterday, na Saturday. Yesterday I did a running video again, showed him, look how much you're leaning to one side. What is the reason for that? So we had, when we checked, we understood his whole one side was very tight. So we had to give him exercises to open that, and then obviously gradually as he is aware, it will improve. Okay, this goes to the kinetic chain also. Your upper body is connected to your feet, so pay attention to that. Okay, so these are all the things that you need to work on. I will be at some point doing a workshop for runners to fix their running posture. So if you guys are interested, please do join that one. It will be very focused and quite intense, but only if you promise to work on your posture later. Don't just attend the workshop and do nothing about it. These are all the factors that will affect how you run. Okay, लोगों को लगता है कि खाली if I'm just aware of how I'm running, if I work on my cadence, it is enough. It is not enough. All these things are important. Your pelvic mobility, your hip mobility, very critical. How much strength you have in your core, that will determine whether you are sitting like this and working all day long, and then are you running also like this with kyphotic back. Okay, that will make a difference. Okay, let's look at your kinetic chain. Your kinetic chain has these points in your body. These are the joints that are all interlinked to each other. How are they interlinked? Interlinked with your myofascia. I told you your myofascia connects everything, right? Your eyes are connected to your toes. So everything is connected with each other. In fact, when I find that some runner's lower back is stiff, I can work on the foot, bottom of the foot, work on the myofascia on the foot, and the back suddenly opens up. I do nothing for the back. Okay, that's how powerful it is to work on your myofascia and your kinetic chain. So this, okay, all these points are interlinked. This chart is showing you which joints need mobility and which joints need stability. The people attending online, if you need screenshots of some of these slides, please do put it in the group. Let me know. I'm happy to share them. And the lower kinetic chain. Again, I feel like I repeat myself so much. If you are flat-footed, if you have overpronated feet, you must know that. First thing is to be aware whether this is happening to you. And trust me, most runners don't. Some do, and that's great. But a lot of them, but the problem is that you learn the hard way. You learn when an injury happens. फिर कोई check करेगा तो समझेगा. Why? Find out अभी. कि वेदर यू आर ओवर प्रोनेटेड, उसके लिए आप शू करेक्ट कर रहे हो कि नहीं, उसके लिए आप एक्सरसाइजेस, फुट एक्सरसाइजेस कर रहे हो कि नहीं, एक्टिवेशन स्टफ कर रहे हो कि नहीं. Okay, it's totally correctable. If you were born with a flat foot and if you have a rigid flat foot, rigid arch, then I may not be able to help you change that. But again, if that is the case, then you may not need to change that. But most of the flat foot that happens, most of the overpronation that happens because of lifestyle, because you're using the incorrect footwear, you gained weight, your for whatever reason your arches collapse, and if you continue to run like that, it's putting a lot of shear up, all the way up into the kinetic chain, sometimes all the way up to the shoulders as well. Okay. So these are the 5 types of exercises that should be done. The first one has to be release work, recovery and release. Hence the foam rolling, as much as you can do, you need to be doing, right? The second one, muscle activation. This is the mat. Third, isolated muscle training. Strength training जब हम runners को इधर देते हैं ना mat work, they find it so boring. कितना boring है ये. Okay, that's why runners don't like to do it. They want to do squats, lunges, planks, all the hard stuff. Hard stuff करो, but base तो build करो. Foundation कैसे आएगा? Isolated work करना जरूरी है. Because sometimes your right and left are imbalanced. One side is strong, one side is weak. अब कितना भी squats, lunges करोगे, दोनों equal कभी नहीं होगा. कभी भी नहीं. कि कितना भी आप कर लो. Repetition is not going to help that. Focused, isolated muscle work is going to help that. After you do these first 3, sequence by the way is important, then you have to do global exercises. Global कौन सा है? Squats, lunges, planks, all these are global. उसके बाद करो. अब step 4 पहले मत करो, step 1 पहले करो. Unilateral drills, nobody is doing unilateral drills. I'll show you a couple of them. But unilateral drills successfully and without injuries करने के लिए the first 4 are important. Okay, so you should have some amount of core strength. Your glutes, your glute max, your glute med should be strong. Your abs should be strong. So the whole back and core needs to be nice and strong. And then you do your stability and plyometrics. Okay, which is your hopping, jumping, single leg, all those kinds of things. That's also critical. अगर वो नहीं किया है और सीधा speed drills किया है और hill repeats किया है, again knee की band बजती है. Okay, now what do you do during off season? This is what I want you to do. I've given you already some pointers. Periodization you understood. You understood how to take your body from right now to do recovery and then gradually increase your pace, take a big drop for recovery, planned recovery, and then again gradually build your base up. Okay, that is ideal. However, for you to do the off season properly, everyone should have done one detailed comprehensive running assessment once at least. In fact, there are coaches who send me people every year to do their running assessment. Why? Because year on year things change ना. Hopefully strength बढ़ी है, hopefully mobility change हुआ है, shoes sometimes change, foot type changes, lot of things change. So कभी नहीं किया है तो once तो must be done. This is a great starting point because if you don't know where you stand, you will never be able to get a personalized or customized plan for yourself. You will do what everybody is doing and end up in the same thing, injuries, everything. The pattern is going to repeat year on year on year. What is your goal? You want to become a better runner next year than this year. Na? You want to do better. So, in better in what terms? No injury, better performance, efficient running, enjoying it more. Correct? So running assessment. So next you will, in that you will understand your shoe foot type. Accordingly you change your shoes. You should have 2-3 different shoes. I don't necessarily believe in the race day shoe. I do think that the race day shoe रखो पर उसको भी use करते जाओ every now and then. Don't just use it for race days, but 2-3 different shoes. based on your foot type. If you are a stability, if you are overpronated, then get a stability shoe, and I can totally help you with that, give you exact names of the shoes that you need to buy so that you don't experiment. क्योंकि आप experiment करोगे, शू शॉप में उसको तो कुछ पता नहीं है, वो आपको कौन सा शू देगा जिस पे उसको कमीशन मिल रहा है. Okay, this is the problem. Or you will buy a shoe that's old. Don't do that. Make sure that you do that assessment and figure out the shoe for you. The next thing to do is to fix your running posture while you are working on recovery right now. Do these things. Once you do that, you will know your weekly plan. Weekly plan में क्या क्या होना चाहिए? What all should you have? Guys, put it in the group. Tell me what your weekly plan should include. Ideally, now that you know all of this.
Just focus on endurance.
एंड्योरेंस तो कर ही रहे हो तुम. कार्डियो है क्या? एंड्योरेंस ही है. व्हाट एल्स?
Strength training.
Strength in a week. How many sessions? Minimum 2. Okay.
Mobility, one session.
One session of mobility. Then
Also heel training.
core. Yes, great if you can focus one day on core.
Also heel training once in a week.
Sure, that comes in your running days. Your running days में you need to be doing all these drills तो करोगे ही आप. Okay, but other than that, in your weekly plan, what are you going to do?
So running, HR based run.
Yes, yes. Heart rate training. What else?
There's some other game besides the running. It's like a
Cross training. So give at least one day a week for some cross training. Okay. All right. So this weekly plan will include unilaterals, your runs, your mobility, your fascia openers, all that. Foam rolling, that should be definitely part of it, which will be in mobility. So you can either do a mobility day separately, or after every run you can include some mobility, because when you are running you're using the muscles. So those muscles need to loosen up and recover after the run. So come back and do your mobility drills and you're done, right? Then pay attention to cross training. Gradually increase your cross training. You remember, if you jump all in into your new sport, you're going to get injured because of that. So उसको भी आराम से लो and gradually fit it into your schedule. Sports massage, I already gave you tips on how to include sports massage, but has to be done. If you've never done one before, please do it. There are a lot of quacks out there. Not everybody is a certified sports masseuse. Please ask for a certificate. There is no problem in asking for certificate. Okay, certificate mango if they are a legitimate, because sports massage, when it's done correctly with the right person, makes a huge difference. Okay, it's extremely different when you do it with a sports masseuse who is certified as compared to not. Foam rolling must be included, has to be done. If you don't know how to do it, I teach every single runner who comes in here definitely learns foam rolling from me. If you don't know, please attend my workshop and learn it the right way and do it properly. And train your guide heart adaptation. This is with your coach, right? This should be the plan for your off season. Questions? People online also, if there are questions in the group, please ask. Questions? Huh. No questions? All clear? Okay. If there are any questions in the group, just see. All right, now, where do we come in? So I told you that we do a lot for runners, lot from the preventive space. Like I said, that running assessment is the first thing to be done. That is something that I would highly recommend all of you to start with. The first thing, and isme what all do we cover? We look at you run, so your running posture, we will be able to guide you. We will look at your foot type, we'll look at what shoes you will need to buy, and we'll give you recommendations on that. We will find out whether where your strength is lacking, right left में कुछ फर्क है क्या, उसके हिसाब से some focused exercises will be given. And of course, if there are mobility issues, then specific exercises for that will be given. So that is the running assessment. This is one session. Okay, it's about hour and a half session. That definitely we do. We can guide you with all of these things, dry needling and taping we do, like I said, consistently throughout, more for injuries, but prevention also we can do that. And kinetic chain activation and very focused strength training. Like I said, strength training also needs to happen in a very step-by-step way. Right now, I'm taking enrollments for BBC, which is the back and core program, which is a 10 sessions program. If you guys want details on that, I will send it to you. So that is only the core aspect of it. But if you wanted to look at the comprehensive program, which is for personalized annual running program, then get in touch with me and I will explain what that means. Okay? Okay, let's make you intelligent. Again, the checklist. Look at it. Now that you know what some of these things mean, pay attention to these in the next few months so that your season goes really well. Okay? Done. So, I have some exercises for you guys. Grab a mat. So we are not going to do the usual exercises. Strength नहीं करने वाले हैं हम because strength is that step by step and there is a lot that goes into it. Core also I've taught you quite a bit. Activation I've taught you. What I want to cover today is a little bit of mobility and fascia opening. Okay, so I want you to do that with me now. Those who are doing online, please try this. If you have any questions, you can ask me right away. So let's get somebody here. You want to take care of the, just make sure that it's visible. You may need to put the tripod down. Okay, who is going to come? You are going to come. Come. So I want you in a kneeling position. Let her get the camera set up first. Okay, you guys want to come around this way so I can talk to you. So the first exercise we are doing is to open your hip and your kinetic chain, lateral kinetic chain we are going to open. So you're going to be in a lunge position, kneeling. Go in a kneeling, both kneeling. Face the camera there. Go on your knees, both of them. Knees, knees, both knees. आपका दूसरा नी भी नीचे डालो. Knee, knee. हाँ. Okay, now if you need something under one knee, you can. अभी ये एक पैर को पूरा सा सीधा करो. Turn the foot down. Put this under that knee. Okay, keep back nice and straight. Okay, now what are we doing this for? We are doing this to open your inner thigh and your hip. Your hip is what needs to be open if you're going to run properly and use your glutes properly. Okay, so what will you do here? You're going to, ये जो पैर है इसको आप अपनी तरफ थोड़ा सा खींचो. खींचना नहीं है, it's an isometric movement. You're just going to pull that heel. Turn your foot this way. Put it on the floor. Okay, got it? Now your inner thigh will work. What are you going to do? Just थोड़ा सा उसको push करो floor के अंदर. What do you feel working?
Groin area.
Groin area. You feel your adductor working, correct? Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and relax the muscle. Got it? Okay. Do this about 3 reps right now. This is the first step to opening your hip adductor area, pelvis area. First exercise. When you've done 3, tell me. Try karo. Push all the push all this out. Put a few mats down. One here, one here. Try it, Prashant. Okay, 3 done. Now the next step, you're going to slide that right heel out away from your body without moving this. इसको खाली slide करो. Foot turned. Slide it out. Now you feel that stretch? You feel that stretch in the adductor, inner thigh? Yes? Okay. Take it to where you feel you'll be able to hold. Can hold. Back has to be straight, no rotation. Hold there for 30 seconds. Chalo, try. Mats डालो ना. हाँ, do it like this. Try it there. So the first exercise was like there. Keep your body upright. Engage your core. And then just tiny bit of squeeze in. Once you're done with 30 seconds, you can come back. Okay, try the other side. Step 1 and step 2. So he's done both the steps. He's going to do step number 3. This will make it little more intense. Now that that leg is out, jitna bahar ja raha hai jaane do. Now you're going to sit back on your heel. There you go. Got it? You feel that? Yes. The stretch becomes very intense. And then come back up. When you come up, you will squeeze the right glute. Squeeze. And then go back down. Karo, this is repetitions.
So go only down or
जितना जा सकते हो उतना. All the way down if possible.
if you are not going to which part is stiffness, that part.
Hip. The whole right hip is stiff. Of course, some of you are wearing jeans, so that also is restricting you. Okay, sit back all the way. जाओ, बैठो पूरा. जाओ, 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 जाओ. Breathe. Breathe. Good. Go down as far as you can. Come back up. And when you come up, squeeze the right glute. Squeeze all the way till the end. Hold. And repeat. Okay, do repetitions. Those who are doing online, please do this exercise. Very powerful. In very fast, you will be able to open your hip in this way. Please do it. Questions? Okay? चलो. Exercise number 2. Stay there. ये पैर आगे ले लो. One leg up. कोई भी. This. Okay? Now, this is your exercise number 2. Again, we are doing this to open the hip. So, this position, what are you going to do? Bring the forward leg आगे. नहीं, knees bent. Knee bent, पर जितना आगे ले सकते हो लो. I want you to glide forward. Okay, this is a hip flexor stretch. पैर और आगे लो. You have more range. Good. Feel that stretch?
Yes.
Where do you feel it? In the front of the hip? Good. Now when you are there, are you able to squeeze the same glute? The leg that is back is the one that you'll be able to squeeze the glute. Squeeze the glute there. So simultaneously what should happen? This should be stretched. आगे का stretch होना चाहिए, पीछे glute tight होना चाहिए. हो रहा है? Keep it squeezed. Now you're going to rock back. Glute will relax. Glute will tighten. Same side. Got it? Are you feeling it? Good. Do about 5 reps of that. आगे का लेग जितना आगे लोगे उतना ज्यादा स्ट्रेच फील होगा, उतना ज्यादा ये एक्सरसाइज इंटेंस होगी. Okay, so this was step 1. Okay, step 2. Come back here midway. पूरा आगे भी नहीं और पूरा पीछे भी नहीं. Okay, now this hand goes up and go that way. Go as far as you can. Keep the right glute squeezed and open your whole lateral chain. Go as far as you can. ये हाथ नीचे, हाँ नीचे टच करो. This hand go towards the floor and open. Keep the glute tight. No rotation whatsoever. अगर बॉडी आगे रोटेट हो रही है, अगर बॉडी आगे आ रही है, that means everything is stiff. Got it? So this does 2-3 things together. It opens the right hip, it activates your glute, and it opens your lateral fascia. Right? Do the other side. I'll walk you through. Step 1 is what? Get in position. This is step 1. पैर जितना आगे जाएगा उतना लो, जितना स्कोप है ले लो. Good. Now glide forward. This is step 1. Step 2, squeeze the glute on the leg that is back. So he's going to squeeze his left glute. Good. And when you come back, relax the glute. When you go forward, squeeze the glute. Okay, you'll do repetitions of that.
30 seconds.
30. Do make the squeeze count. Make it strong. Every single repetition. Okay, step number. Next one कौन सा था? You're going to do the stretch. Yes. Remember which side you're going. हाँ उल्टा side जाओगे तो गिर जाओगे. Go towards the floor. Control. Where is the control going to come from? From the glute that's tight. If the glute is tight, you will not fall. If the glute is weak, you're falling. Those who've tried it, put it in the group. Tell me how it's feeling. Definitely try these couple of exercises. Bring me that chair. बैठो इस पे. What happened? It's on, na? Okay. For runners who are finding this exercise difficult, you can do another one. But and if you feel that it's very tight, then this one you can do at work. So it's easy to do. So come forward. Chair में थोड़ा आगे आ जाओ. Now this hand ऊपर, हाँ नहीं sorry, cross one leg.
ये वाला.
पूरा क्रॉस करो. नहीं ऐसा नहीं. Tight cross. Cross है. Tight cross.
Okay.
There. और थोड़ा अंदर. Okay, sitting tight cross like this. Now you're going to bring this hand up and go this way. Okay, what is your goal? You're going towards the floor. You can't go much. Side is tight.
Yes.
Yes. Try karo. Easy to do at work. I'm showing you this so that you can open your lateral chain at work. Take this one more chair.
Go another leg.
Other leg. Tight cross and then go. This hand towards the floor. Go towards the floor. Feeling it? Crossing the leg is important because it's going to block your lower body. So you don't rotate. Okay, do a few reps of that. Okay, come, stand. Okay, next one. You can come around. If you want to remove your socks, we are going to do one exercise. This exercise is to activate your kinetic chain. I'm showing you one exercise to activate your kinetic chain. Come here. Now, stand on one leg. Stand on one leg. Bring the other leg back. Okay, now I want you to squeeze this glute and lift only the big toe on that side. Only the big toe on that side. Good. This will activate the kinetic chain very quickly. Okay, please try it. Tell me if you're able to do it. Some people are not able to lift the big toe. If that's difficult to you standing on one leg, both legs down and just try to lift the big toe and see whether that's happening. तुम्हारा हो रहा है, so you're fine. Only the big toe, other toes have to be down on the floor. Squeezing the glute, extremely important. Glute on the same side. Okay, able to do? Good. Now, next exercise we are doing unilaterals. So, unilateral drills, I'm just giving you one or two. First one is a simple calf raise but single. When you come down, are you able to lift your toes also?
Only toes.
Yes, not toes, the full foot as much as you can. There and that. That's more difficult to do. Don't do. It's all right. So do single calf raise, then do single, both feet flat on the ground, and this. Nobody works on their tibialis anterior. Runners need to work on their tibialis anterior. So single, lift up as high as you can. Okay, if you are able to do with single leg, you can try it. So first exercise is calf raise and then single tibialis anterior activation. Okay, all right. Next one, standing on one leg. Good. Go down into a squat. Maintain the squat. Now lean forward. Bring the पीछे का leg back as far as it will and maintain balance. Breathe. पीछे वाला leg जितना ऊपर जा रहा है जाने दो. Do it sideways. You do it sideways. So step one, stand on one leg. Bend the knee. Bend the knee first. Then lean forward. And leg back as far as you can. पीछे वाला leg, no rotation. यहाँ से rotate हो रहा है. Okay, पीछे वाला leg है straight as possible. Knee bend नहीं हुआ, अभी knee straight हो गया. Tough है ये थोड़ा. Starting position is squat ना, mini squat. फिर then you go. Okay, चलो again. I think this one, do the other leg. This leg is tired, I think. Okay, so standing on one leg, squat, whatever deep squat you can do, and then forward and back and maintain. इसको 30 seconds hold करना है. Breathe करो. Feel what muscles are activated. पीछे का glute activate होना चाहिए, the leg that's in the back. Tummy muscles pulled in. Breathing normal, head down. चलो, get me perfect form. Squat, leg up and hold. Breathe and hold. Focus on which muscles are working. Try to get the पीछे का leg up. Maintain the squat. Okay, इसमें क्या क्या काम कर रहा है? सब रनिंग मसल्स काम हो रहे हैं. जो भी मसल्स चाहिए रनिंग में काम हो रहे हैं. Okay, got it? Last, unilateral training, standing on one leg. These are called, I call it star. So you'll go down into a squat and then you're going to touch the furthest spot away from you. While isme the important thing to note is that ये knee अंदर collapse नहीं होना चाहिए. The knee has to be held nice and straight, and then as far away as possible, you're going to make a full, yes. So it's a star. It's a half star, and then other side will finish the star.
So this they should be bent.
Bent. You're going into a squat. Maintain that squat as far away as possible. Huh? No rotation. Back has to be nice and straight. Back bend नहीं होना चाहिए. A lot of these exercises are about quality rather than quantity. पैर नीचे नहीं रखना है, खाली टच करके आना है बैक में. Which one was tougher? This is tough or the earlier one was tougher? Earlier one was tougher. Okay, done? Enough? वर्कआउट हो गया? हो गया वर्कआउट आज का. पूरा वीक का वीकली प्लान बाकी है. वेट वेट. Okay, so we're all done. We'll close the session. Online, definitely I'm closing. These guys, if you guys have questions, stick around for some time. But if you guys have questions, then put it in the YouTube link, or if you're in my WhatsApp group, then put it in the WhatsApp group. I will address it through the day today. So let me know. Good luck, everyone. We'll be in touch.